What is up, guys? Welcome to this video. So this video is gonna be the first of the, shall I call it, series for the initial setup guide for the Jetson Orin Nano developer kits. So here we have our kits here, and it's still in the Amazon box. We have our Jetson. So this is our Jetson. If you don't know what we're talking about, you can just check out my previous video. I did an unboxing of the Jetson Orin Nano developer kit. So I'm going to be using the guide. So there's a guide on the Jetson. There's a website called the Jetson AI Lab. Take a look here, Jetson AI Lab, and this is the guide. So I'm going to be going through this guide to do the setup. It doesn't look that much. Hopefully it's easy enough. It looks complicated, but at the same time it looks like something that we can do. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna do this. So this is the first video of the setup, and so it's gonna be more like a vlog kind of thing. So it's gonna be like not a tutorial, so like a vlog of how I'm gonna set things up. So so the first thing we're gonna do, right? So I'm just gonna list the things that we're gonna do for. That's the first step. Yeah. So today we're just gonna like check the inventory, but these are the steps that we are supposed to follow for the setup. So we have one. We have to check the inventory. Yeah. So after that, we have to do what is called an overall flow. So that is if I'm using a micro SD method. So I'm gonna be using micro SD. If you want me to explain why I'm going to be using micro SD instead of something else, what am I saying, or something else instead of the NVMe, and drop a comment and I can make a video about that as well. So after that, after the overall flow, then we have to check if the Jetson UEFI firmware. So we have to check the version of it, and I think we're going to do an update here if it's the previous version. So that is another thing to do. And then next we're going to determine if the QSPI update is necessary. So after we check the version, we're going to use this to check if we have to update the version of the firmware. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to boot with Jetpack 6. I think it's about 6.2. Yeah, Jetpack 6.2 on the SD card. Then we're going to reboot and observe the firmware update to 36.4.3. Then we're going to unlock the super performance, because this particular Orin Nano has a super performance to make it better and more efficient. Then we're just going to start with our development on the device. So I think it's about like about 6 or 7 steps. It looks easy, so we're going to just take it step by step. So today we're going to start with, we're just going to check our inventory and see if we have everything that is necessary for this setup. Yeah. So first thing in the inventory is obviously the Jetson Orin Nano itself. And the developer kit is a bit dusty because I haven't opened it in a while, but we're going to open it soon. Then what is next? So my inventory after Jetson, then I need storage. So I'm going to be using the micro SD method, so I'm going to need a micro SD, obviously. So I've got my micro SD here. The micro SD is 64 gigabytes. If you can see that, I hope you can see that. Then That's another thing in my inventory. Then the next thing is I'm going to be using an NVMe SSD. So that is probably going to be for most of the heavy. Is going to do more of the heavy lifting of storing things like Docker images and the models, the large language models. Most of the AI stuff is going to be that. So the micro SD is more of just for the OS. Then most of the other things are going to be swapped to the NVMe. So I've got my NVMe SSD right here. So this is actually optional. This is actually optional. But I just prefer it because it's actually better, it's more efficient, it's faster, because the NVMe is faster than using a micro SD when you're doing transfers of data. Yeah, so the NVMe, and I have a 1 terabyte, and that also has much more space. Right, you can also use a micro SD as well. Right, for example, if you want to use the OS, like, so you're gonna have the OS on the micro SD, and you can also store, just like your system, right? It's just like your computer system. You have your hard drive that comes with the laptop or the SSD, and you can get an extra one, right? You get a hard drive or get another external SSD. So that is what exactly is going on here. So you can actually use a micro SD to do everything. You actually don't need this. It's optional. But like I said, this makes things faster. It's more like a specialized storage for faster data transfers. So that's why I'm using this. But it is optional, but it's recommended. Yeah. Then what else is in my inventory that needs to be okay? So I need a display port cable, right? A display port cable. So what I have here is, right, so there's three options. So there's the display port cable, there's the HDMI. So I have a display port, right? I have a display port to HDMI. So you see here, this is a display port, right? And this is the HDMI, right? So that's what I have. So I have a display port to HDMI cable, right? I think you can use the HDMI. I'm not too sure. I haven't really checked it yet, but I got this actually when I was I got what's the other one? A Jetson. It's bigger than this one. Jetson, not Orin, Nano. Sorry, damn it. Jetson, Jetson AGX Orin. So when I got this one, I got this report. I have my USB keyboard, and the USB keyboard is being used, right? Obviously because I need a keyboard, so I have a mouse, and yeah, so that's what we have. I think that is all for the inventory. Yeah, that's just majorly it. So these are the things that are needed for the setup. Yeah, so I think this video was kind of longer than I expected. So make sure to follow for more, and look out for my next video for the next thing, because the next thing we're gonna do the overall flow using the micro SD. So see you guys later.